Hello there. Hello there, lovely people. This is me, Ashley, here, sending my love to you from whatever reality I'm in today to whatever reality you happen to find yourself in. Well, I actually I popped on live now because I'm actually alone for the first time in about 6 weeks. I'm alone. And oh, I can't tell you how amazing it feels. People have been here with me every minute of the day for weeks and weeks, and they see changes, but they're not affected. And you and I, we're affected by the Mandela effect. We can't pretend. And being in my own home the other day, I thought, fuck it, you know what, I'm going to go live, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to be in my bedroom and I'm going to go live. Right. And we actually had an absolutely brilliant. Well, we did 10 hours on one stream, but we ended up actually doing nearly 11 and a half hours. And it was brilliant. I met some amazing people, talked to some amazing people, and it was an absolutely fantastic time. And I just thought, I don't give a shit if they hear me. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to carry on with this. My friend came in from work. She was here with a fella. A fella was here with me all day. I told him what I was doing. Sometimes I left the stream going and let him know that I'd left the stream going in case he heard anything coming out of the room. Anyway, that was brilliant. I loved every minute of it. And then, you see, I haven't been going on Facebook very much, and it's what happened was I went on Facebook, and I was going down my news feed, and my friend who had come in from work had posted something on Facebook, a status about how uh, I was talking shit from my room, about the fact that I was just talking a load of bollocks and a load of shit from my room. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm in my own home here. This is my own home. I want to be able to. Dean, hi, honey, hi. This is my own home. I want to be able to be naturally me in my own home. And that's why I decided to just fuck it and do the live link anyway for, 10, 11 hours. But then to find out that my friend had actually gone online and made a status about how she could hear me in my room talking a load of bollocks, a load of shit. I mean, to be fair, it hurt me. It still is hurting me. I'm in my own home. I'm in my own home. If it's not the same, obviously, if I go out of my own home to like my family, I have to curb it somewhat. But in my own home, hey, Elizabeth, I'm just saying about how I'm actually on. I'm going to recap for you, Elizabeth, because you're here now. Um, it's the first time in about 6 or 7 weeks that I've actually been on my own. My friend who I used to live with, she moved out, but has been here for the last 6 weeks with a fella, and they've just gone. And so obviously, while those 6 weeks were going on, even if I made a video, people were saying how quiet it was. Well, it's because these people are next door to me. So me making a video about Mandela effect stuff, both of these people see changes, but they're not affected by it. And that's the difference. There are some of us that are massively affected from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to sleep. And sometimes even during sleep, we're affected. These people are not affected by it. They see changes, but they're not affected by it. Anyway, as I was saying, like, I just decided the other day, fuck it, fuck it. I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. And we ended up doing 11 and a half hours all in all. And it was the most amazing day. I loved every minute of it. And even though I knew that I could be heard by a fella, and she came in later, much later on, and we still had a couple of hours left to go when she came in, and I just carried on. I was in my bedroom and I just carried on. I didn't say hello to her or anything. I just carried on doing what I was doing. I wasn't going to leave what I was doing because she'd come in from work. So there I was, I'd had a great day. It was an absolutely amazing day connecting and talking to people in real time about how we feel about the Mandela effect, what it does to us. And I'm, here, but this is my own home. This is my home. And so I thought, fuck it. Anyway, after what was a brilliant day, I went on Facebook the next day, and as I was scrolling through my news feed, I came across a status that she'd put up talking about how she could hear me in my room talking absolute utter shit. And it really hurt me. And the reason why it really hurt me is because this is my home. I live here. I live here, and I want to be able to be me, me. And they might, you see, Danny, Texas Danny, hi, sweetie. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And the thing that upset me most of all is the fact that I am in my own home and that I was being taken the piss out of. And I don't like it. It hurt me a lot. If I can't be myself in my own home, I don't want to have to. It was hard enough at the time when I was like making videos and having to be quiet. And that one day I thought, fuck it. But like I said, what gets to me is the fact that these people see changes, but they're not affected like we are. They can ignore it, whereas we can't. And if I can't be myself in my own home, I mean, I just, no, I just need to be. Oh, don't get me wrong. These people's personalities have changed in the time they've been here. They've changed the way they think and believe that you know they've changed anyway while being here, which is hard to deal with because how the frig do you keep up with that? And I'm in my own home now. They've gone away for a couple of days, but they're going to come back. So it's no, they're not. Well, I don't know. They're my friends. They're my friends, Danny. So I don't really want to call them that. But they have changed personalities. And I'm upset at the fact that she wrote a status about how I was talking bollocks. And this is me in my own home. If I can't be properly me in my own home, I don't feel comfortable in my own home anymore, is what I'm basically trying to say. They don't live here. They just come and stay every now and then because they're my friends. But if I can't be who I am in my own home, it's hi Joel. It's not my neighbour's Joel. It's my friend. She used to live here, and then she met somebody, and she doesn't live here anymore. She lives further away, but this is her hometown, so she comes to stay with me as always, you know. But I'm now living with two of them instead of one of them when they come and visit. Now they both see changes. They do see changes, but they're not affected by it, Joel. Not like we are. They see it and shrug it off and get on with their everyday lives, whereas we don't have everyday lives because we're Mandela affected. So they're people that see changes but aren't affected by them. And while we were doing our live for the 10 hours, Joel, while we were doing our live, she came in from work. I'd already told a fella what I was doing because obviously you were there. You know that I went out every now and then. I even went to the shop to get some more credit so that I could keep the live going on my mobile data. So I told him that because he knows I'm Mandela affected, so I didn't have, and he could hear me, so I didn't have to be that. You know, I wasn't hiding it. I decided that day I wasn't hiding it. I was just going to get on with it. And she wrote the day after. I'm sorry for anybody that's catching this from the beginning. I'm saying the same thing, but my friend had written a status on Facebook about how how crazy I am because she can hear me talking shit out of my bedroom. Now she didn't go on to explain why. She never explained anything, but it was like, but I'm in my own home. Do you understand what I'm saying, Joel? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm in my own home. And I decided that day because like people have been telling me that my videos lately have been very quiet. Well, that's because I've got somebody in the next room and it's very difficult to come out with Mandela effect stuff when you're around other people, whether, you know, they see changes, but they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. And when I say something is a Mandela effect, they tend to, you know, think that I'm crazy thinking everything's a Mandela effect. They don't want to get into it with me. But I decided that day that I was going to say, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go live and I'm going to go as long as I want. And when she came in from work, you know, I just carried on because we were in the middle of some, well, you know, Joel, I think we had about 2 hours left to go when she came home. And I didn't stop what I was doing to go and see her. I just carried on as it was. And obviously a fella had told her that what I was doing, because I'd told him exactly what I was doing and that because I said, you know, we don't get to talk to each other very much. So I said, it's really good because I can leave the live going so everybody else can keep talking, even when I go to the shop. And that's what I said to him. I've left people talking. That's how important it is to us. That's how important these lives are. Hello, Sean, hi. But these are normies, Sean, who are actually seeing changes. And this is why I've called them normies, because they're, to me, I don't understand them even more than I don't understand people that don't see the changes. Some people, because obviously we're moving into different realities. We know we're playing catch up with each other. Sometimes things that are in my normal time and have always been normal to me, you eventually catch up with them, vice versa. So we know that we're blending realities. Now, these people see the changes, but they're not affected. And I cannot get my head around that. I cannot get my head around how anybody can see changes in reality and then just go, oh, right, I'm getting on with this. I don't understand those even more than I don't understand the people that don't see the changes. So it was a brilliant live chat, Joel, and I ended up feeling really shit. My friend making that status on Facebook really made me feel shit. Really did. And then later on, when I was discussing another, my friend's fella, he's made a page about something else. If you want to find it, please do. It's called Eyes Wide Shut, all together, words all together, Eyes Wide Shut page. It's for people that are not Mandela effect at all. It's for people wanting real news about what's going on with the elite, the Illuminati, the world at large, COVID, all of that kind of stuff. It's like, it's a truthers. It's about it. They're truthers, right? No, so it's a truther page. And I was talking to him about that. And I said to him that I've got lots of pages on Facebook. It's just that people don't know that they're mine because I don't advertise it. I don't go, oh, that's my page. Oh, that's my page. I don't do that. It's not about that. I make it and let it go organically, exactly like I have done with this channel. I think a couple of weeks ago was the first time I actually asked anybody to subscribe, because I never do, because I think it's up to other people. It's up to you if you want to subscribe or not. I'm not going to ask you. However, obviously, Brian has played a big part in the amount of people that have subbed to me. I'm forever grateful to Brian for that, because he supports us. Brian really does support us. But I felt so good about just doing the live anyway, regardless of people being here. And then the day after, for her to write that, it's still got to me now. I mean, I've been waiting for them to go so I can come live and talk to it about it, because I've got to get it out of my system. That's the point. I've got to get it out of my system, otherwise it festers in there. It's hurtful, and he said to me, a fella said to me, that, oh, don't worry, I'll know any Mandela effect is, because I was saying that, how have you managed to hide who you are at making your page? Because back in the day when you made a page, it said exactly who it was that had made it. And I said, oh, how have you managed to hide it? Because I don't know how to do that. And he said that, well, don't worry, any Mandela page that I'm asked to join, I'll know it's you. Oh, these are my friends. And these are people that do see changes. And this is how they're talking to me in my own home about it. And I'm sorry, I'm just reading what you're saying here. Yeah, it did me too, Sean. But it was only literally through, through connecting with people on other people's channels, going live and talking in real time, that we get to say to each other. Or in fact, some channels that put up, like Hazel Fiver's channel, he puts up some he does regular Mandela changes. And many times I've said to him, oh, you're playing catch up with me. That's my forever reality. And vice versa. Sometimes I've gone, oh my God, I need to go and have a look at that and see whether I've changed yet, and reported back as to whether it's changed for me or not yet. So we do play catch up with each other. And that's why we need to talk to each other. And this is what I said to my friend's fella when I was going out. I explained to him that I've left it running so that the live chat could keep going. The people on the panel that I had, I was hosting, those people could keep talking to each other, and the people in the live chat could keep going whether I was there or not. It was very important. And I told him that it matters to us that we can actually talk to each other in real time. And then I was just ridiculed for it. I mean, she never said anything to me, but she posted that. And he's giving it large about, oh, he's going to know it's me. Well, I would never invite him to a Mandela. I've never shown them this channel. They know I've got it. I've said I've got it, but I've never told them what it's called, and they will never find it because I don't want them to see it, because I don't want to be ridiculed. And that's basically what she did. She ridiculed it. Oh yeah, Joel, please put your link in here to your all of your in fact all of your bits that you uploaded from the talk the other day. In fact, anybody that wants to show anything. In fact, right now, can I just say that anybody that's got a channel that is, you know, kind of like mine, that does, you can do live feeds by StreamYard. You get 23 hours per month. I basically I only got it a few days ago and I'm already 17.1 minutes. And now, however long I've been going now, and 16 minutes, you see, I've got just under three hours left of this month for free. The thing is I would actually pay for it so I could go live more often. But I mean, now I know not to do 10-hour stints for next month, but I don't have a bank account. I literally don't have a bank account, so I can't actually pay for it. And I would actually pay for StreamYard because I think it's very evening, the black sheep researcher. I would actually pay for it, but I don't have a bank account because I think these live streams are very important to us to be able to speak in real time. And I love being able to host and speak to people, you know, that way. Now StreamYard let us host on a mobile. That's why I was so desperately hurt at being ridiculed by my friends when I decided that in my own home, fuck it, I'm going to go live and I don't care that they know. And then I was ridiculed for it. I mean, I don't know, to her it was probably a big laugh, but to me, I'm not seeing it that way. Maybe I'm being a bit sensitive about it. I probably am. But days after, I'm still feeling sensitive about it. It's my life. You might be able to see changes and pretend they're not happening, love, but I can't. And that's why being on my own seems preferable. Do you know what I mean? And that's never right. I'm a very social person. I hug everybody. And suddenly I'm wanting to be on my own. And it's because of things like that. That's my friend who sees changes ridiculing me. When I'm in my own home doing this, she'd never have known about it. Because this is my home. And I'd never show her this channel. I'd never show her this channel. So it hurts. Yeah, it is bitter venom. But this is my friend who sees changes doing it to me. And I just feel completely deflated by it. I've already talked about how I'm concerned about going back home to my family. I can't wait to see them. But I'm going to have to not be as connected to you guys for the 3 weeks I'm there. And that's concerning me, because you feed my soul. You guys feed my soul. Tommy, tell the truth. You know, Brian Staveley's channel, all you guys that are on here, the things that you guys, I've met you, most of you are only with me because of those other channels. We found each other and have a connection to each other because of finding each other on other people's lives. And we all know that lives are so important to us, so very important to us. And now that I'm able to do my own, regardless of whether I've got 1,000 people subbing me, see, I really don't care how many people sub me. It could be me and you, me and just you. And I wouldn't care, because it's somebody to talk to, somebody that's actually affected. I'm at home, in my hometown, I'm around completely non-affected people, even though my husband does see some changes, and he has admitted that he's not affected. He's not actually affected at all. He doesn't see hardly any changes. But at least I know he sees some now. That's an improvement. But I'm surrounded by people that aren't, in the main, and it's very difficult. So being connected to you guys, I mean, Oh, it's no, not no. Well, I do bit of venom. I do. I've got one Mandela affected friend who's actually affected. I've got a number of you. I mean, I've actually shown you those girls. There's a video I made with the girls after they'd seen some, the change in the fallopian tube actually flip flop right in front of their eyes. So they are, but they're not affected. It's not like me and you. They're not going completely crazy about it. They're not. They're not. How can those people see changes and not give a shit? It's not like taking up the update. I mean, my friend's daughter, who is very much sees the changes, she's getting excited by it, telling the girls, yeah, this is the Mandela effect, and you see reality's changing. But then the next minute she forgets it and gets on with her life. Now, we are unable to do that. So what is the difference between us and them? Because us and people that don't see the effect is trying to find the difference between us and them's hard enough, but trying to find the difference between in the change in between us and people that do see the changes and are not affected by it. What the fuck's that about? What the book is that about? Joel, please, I actually said that to you already. I left a message on one of your videos as to tell you to get StreamYard. Please do. I'll come on there as often as you like, love. You know what I mean? Please do. Everybody that's got a channel that puts themselves out there, get StreamYard. You're able to host now, whether you've got a computer or just via the mobile like I am. So, you know, hi, Michael. Yeah, exactly. We should all be doing that. We should all be doing that. The thing is, what is difficult, um, why, why is it confusing when I say Joel? You're called John the Savage? Why? You got me confused now. But yeah, the problem really is the time, because we're all at different times with each other. For me now, it's 19:09, which is like 9 minutes past 7 in the evening. And I mean, Joel's 15 hours like in front of me. I think he's 15 hours in front of me, Joel. Because, yeah, the other day he was in tomorrow. Right, I'm going to have to move, people, because my battery's about to go and I can't keep it like this. So let me have a look, see if I can. I'm going to have to change it a bit. Changing it up a bit. I'm turning round. So you won't be able to see me quite as well, I'm sorry. Right, hold on. Let me just get rid of that off the screen. There we go. Can you see me? Have I stopped? What's going on? Am I back? Hello? Hello? Ah, there I am. I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I had to. Sorry about that. Yeah, I really do not get it. I just really do not get it, how people. It says it dead easily on it, Joel. It actually, even on my mobile, it comes up with a choice. When it says to broadcast, it says plus near on it, and you can broadcast to everywhere on all your social media at all the same time if you want to. That's what's so awesome about it. And it's dead easy. If I can do it, Joel, you can. Definitely. So, yeah, as it says to go to broadcast, it says plus next to it. And you just press the plus and it'll show you, it'll give you a load of options as to what you want to connect to. So, yeah, it's. I haven't been able to wait for them to leave. I've known they're going today. And it's only for a couple of days, but oh my God, I couldn't. They literally went out the door. I came upstairs and went live because I'm living in my own home. Here, I'm not actually living with my family in my hometown. So here, I'm normally more able to be myself. But they've literally only just gone home after 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks of continuous people here. So it's, oh, it's really, Andela. As I was just saying, we get 23 hours on StreamYard, but I've already, the other day, I'd got through 17 hours and 1 minute. So I've literally got just under 3 hours. So I'm already at 24 minutes now. And so I'm only going to do this for an hour because I want to spread them out. I did say that I would actually pay to be able to go live as much as I want, but I don't have a bank account, so I can't. It's really frustrating. So there will be no more 10-hour, 11-hour shifts, because that day we actually did 11 and a half hours, and we did a 10-hour straight through. which was awesome. It was absolutely bloody awesome. I loved every minute of it, and my God, did we laugh! I had my brain fried, melted. I laughed a lot, and it's that we need this fellowship. We need this fellowship. That's what it means to me. That's what it means to me. I need to be with you guys. That's why every time anybody's live, I'm like there. I'm like a live whore. Let me in with my family. You feel you feel like my family. I feel so connected to you people. You know, yeah, we did 13 hours in 24 hours. You're right, Joel, we did. I know. It's exactly what it feels like. I need you guys. I need you guys. And in my own home, I should be able to be as open and as honest and as straightforward as I want to be without being ridiculed for it by people that have popped round to see me. Oh, so actually I feel free. I feel like a weight has been taken off me because believe me, the last 6 weeks has been hard. It's been hard because I'm having to, it's only with you guys I'm ever really myself. And that 10 hours, I was more myself than I have been since finding out I'm Mandela affected. I don't know, Elizabeth. I think that's a good question. Do you think we're a lot older than we're aware? Yes, I think we might be. I mean, I was watching something the other day about what Jewish people believe, and they really do believe there's a whole there is a time, I can't remember what it is. It's an actual celebration that they have where they pray that they don't come back in the next incarnation as a woman or a Gentile. And that's the Jewish people saying coming back as being reincarnated. Oh, it's just so much. Rethink everything. I'm 55. 7 inside, but 55. But that is a really good question there because I never realised that the Jewish people had um, a, a, I don't know whether it's a ceremony where they actually go to their, what they do is they go to the cemetery and they pray on, well, what they do is they pray about on certain holy men, certain holy rabbis, and they go to their where they're buried, and they set fire to the top of it, and they pray that in the next incarnation on the graves of these holy rabbis, not to God, mark you, on these holy rabbis, that they, when they next come back, they don't come back as a woman or as a goy. And I just find that absolutely, whoa, yeah, okay, oh, good, nice one. I don't, I don't get your black sheep researcher. I don't get your notifications. I'm getting really annoyed by it. Yeah, no, I'm talking about these are Mandela affected. These are actually people that see changes. That's what's upset me so much. These are the people that see changes but aren't affected by it. They piss me the fuck off. They really are. They're harder to deal with than people. You see, people that that don't see the changes. You learn to be different around. You learn how to be around those people. But when these are people that see changes and you're telling them about changes and they're making you, first of all, they make you feel like idiots for, it's almost as if, oh yeah, everything's a Mandela effect now, is it? Kind of attitude. But I actually had my friend who sees changes write a post about me, ridiculing me for the shit that's coming out that I'm talking about in my room. And that really hurts because it's by people that see it. She sees changes. She almost at one point blamed me for it. It was as if she put up a status about me, blaming me for the Mandela effect at one point. But she ridiculed me, and this is me in my own home. I should be able to talk about what I want freely in my own home. And I find it's really hurt me. The minute that they left, I came up and I came straight on live because I needed to get it out my system. It's really hard keeping that in because I'm not going to confront her about it, obviously. I'm not going to say anything to her about it, but I did want to talk to you guys. That's why I've come. That's why I've come live. It's not I've called it normies But it's like those that see the Mandela effect, those that see changes but aren't affected by it. I don't understand them. See, thankfully, I don't think my husband, he now realizes that I am actually seeing reality change. He has seen some things change. He admitted to me he can't handle it. He can't do anything about it. So he's one of the people that aren't affected, but at least he doesn't ridicule me for it now. He doesn't. We haven't spoken about it properly, apart from when he had the reality check when people disappeared in front of his eyes. I made a video about that. He phoned me to let me know people disappeared in front of his eyes. He looked down, looked up, they'd gone. So, but he cannot, he can't deal with it, but at least he doesn't ridicule me anymore. Whereas this was a post ridiculing me. So it's hard. I found it really, 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 really difficult. Because she sees changes. She refuses to let me tell her about the Bible changes because she knows it's real. So why are you ridiculing me? Why are you ridiculing me? I mean, at the time when she came in, we were laughing our heads off, loudly laughing our heads off at Joel's face, to be fair, when he realised that there is such a thing as a living rock that grows and gives birth. His face was a picture. Please go and actually see that. Also, by the way, people, Joel, can you please put the link to your completely silver C3PO in this comment section, please? Because although it takes a while for the comment section, the live comments to come up, we know when we finish and it's ended, it does take a while for the live comments to catch up, but the live comments do catch up eventually. And because, yeah, he's got a clip of an absolutely all silver C3PO. And I don't know anybody else that's ever talked about that. Not a silver leg, not a silver arm, a completely all silver. And Joel is the only person that I know. Yeah, you're right, Michael the Kultrovitz. You're right. Well, that's it. Loyalty makes you family. Obviously, I've said before that I haven't seen my family since February, so I can't wait to see them. I've got grandchildren. I can't wait to see them, but I know that I have to adjust myself around those people because they're not affected by it. But in my own home, around people that do see changes, give me a break. Let me be myself in my own frigging home, please, without writing derogatory things about me, without belittling me on Facebook for the shit that's coming up. That's what she said. It was that she can hear me in my bedroom talking shit, and it's like it really hurt. It really hurt. Well, this friend didn't actually see her own workplace change. It changed from all stone to wooden, the decor inside. She didn't see that, but she does see some changes. That's what hurts so much. I'm in my own home. If I can't talk openly, which I've been, like, it's really difficult to make a live to feel comfortable. Even that's why I've been being quiet when I've gone live. No, sorry, not when I've gone live, when I've done a video, because they're in the next room, like paper thin. But I just thought, fuck it the other day, fuck it. And she still made a post about it. And days later, it's still hurting me. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I don't get those people. How can you see changes to reality and shrug it off? I don't get those people. Changes to reality. It's not something that I can ignore. From the minute I'm awake, I'm aware that reality's changed. I wonder what's going to change in today's reality. I wonder what's going to hit me up the face today. I wonder what blasphemous thing is going to change in the Bible. And I hope to be connected to you guys on somebody's live feed. That's how it goes. Well, she did it intentionally. She did it intentionally. Now, she's said that kind of thing in the past, but it's never been about the Mandela effect. It's been about me being crazy. So I've laughed it off because it is me being crazy, and I've got no problem with that. I know what I'm like, so I haven't got a problem with if she's spoken about, because it's been about the things that I listen to on YouTube and Facebook, and I've got no problem with that. That's everyday shit. But don't take the piss out of me being Mandela affected about things I'm doing in my own home. It's the one place where I'm supposed to be able to be myself. That's why it hurts. That's why it really, really hurts. I can't believe there's 29 people here. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please get to know each other. Those of you, I know that not everybody comments. I'm aware of that. Not everybody comments. But if you're on here, please get to know each other. You know, Andella, I really, please, I do wish you would have your own channel. You've got such a lot to say. And, you know, I called you the Mandela Ninja the other day, because what she does, what Andella does, people, is she gives you a bit of fluff. Listen to this little fluffy bit of change, and then she whacks you up the back of the head with some ninja move to tell you something that's going to melt your mind. So, you know, you know yourself, and you don't have to show your face, but please, please put your words of wisdom out there, girl, because you've got loads that we need to. You taught me loads the other day. Loads of stuff. Oh, and by the way, the one thing that I haven't got here yet, that I'm waiting and can't wait to get, is the resurrection bunny. There's an actual Easter bunny in Anne's timeline. It isn't in mine yet. There is something called the resurrection rabbit, but it's just some woman selling books about a rabbit that tells you about everything. Everything else in my timeline is the same. It's only the Easter bunny, and it all being connected to right now, it's still only connected to paganism. Now, that is something that I do want to make a live about. So I'm going to I want you to be on it, Anne, actually, please, because I want to make it about how the Bible is changing to it's taking away first of all, it's taking away the religious iconography and making man on a par with God. But this is the Mandela effect, making our pagan connection to Christianity Christian, as if it's all always that's what it's showing me more than anything. That whole thing that you said there, Anne, it's showing me that not only is it bringing us into a blasphemous reality, but that it's now, the Mandela effect is now taking us into a reality where it is telling us that the links, like for me, the whole problem with Christianity for me, in fact, I've recently, I've been honest, I've been a backsliding born again Christian. Jesus came back to me recently, but he came back to me through the Hopi prophecy, their Hopi prophecy and their prophecy stone, which he is actually written about in stone way before anything was written down. So he came back to me that way because, quite frankly, I had researched over the years all that Christianity has done, how it plonked itself on paganism completely all the way through. And now we have Anne has shown me quite categorically that the reality that she's in has now added a rabbit into the resurrection. Now, that is a fact. That in her reality, that's a fact. We had a damn good laugh about it in shock, awe, and horror, and laughed. But it's made me think that that is actually inserting what was in our reality was just paganism. Easter being pagan, what has bunnies got to do? People said it all the time. What have rabbits and bunnies and Easter eggs got to do with the resurrection? Now, in Anne's reality, there's an Easter bunny literally there outside the cave while the stone rolled away, and Jesus met the rabbit. Oh my God! Do you know what I mean? This is blasphemous beyond. Beyond. But it's showing me that the Mandela effect is now actually starting. Not only is it, I mean, anybody that follows my journey has been able to see that it's been one of my biggest Mandela effects has been the creation of Adam in the Sistine Chapel. It's the one where you get the two fingers, the finger of God pointing from heaven, heaven being in a blue heaven. Do you remember that? All you guys, blue heaven, finger pointing down to Adam's pointing up while God created Adam. Now it's in a red brain and it's finger to finger across like that. This is putting Adam, i.e. man, on a par with God. Now, we know that's blasphemous. We know that's blasphemous. But up until now, there has been absolutely nothing to do with rabbits at the resurrection. And because, that's part of Easter being Ostra and Ishtar, totally pagan, and how Christianity was plonked on top of pagan ceremonies. However, I mean, obviously, it was on top. That was the one thing. Easter is the one thing that is actually still at the same as Passover. That's why it's different every year, because it's led by the moon. It's actually led by the moon is Passover / Easter. So that's why Easter is on a different day every year, where Jesus's birthday, the 25th of December, is not Jesus's birthday. It's a pagan festival worship of the sun by the Romans, and they just plonked. Constantine decided that he was going to plonk. That's when Christmas was. That's when we're going to celebrate Jesus's birth directly on top of a massively pagan ceremony. And it's worried me. I found that out a long, long time ago, and that's why I distanced myself from Christianity. And I have still the Larkspur bunny myth. Yeah, but Anne, this is why I want to talk to you about that. I want to do a live about the about Christian iconography, and both in the Bible and in paintings, and in fact into the world that we're being led into. So I'm going to Jesus's birthday, I thought, was in, you're saying September the 11th. I thought it was in June, because in my reality, I thought that they tracked Halley's Comet, having in Jesus's time to have been passing directly overhead in June. But that was in my reality. Doesn't mean it's not. I'm not saying absolutely June, because we don't share the same reality. Angels' wings are changing in paintings. What's going on, Anne? So yeah, that's one that I really do want. I want to get Tommy Tell the Truth, and the Light God Sea Warrior, and I'm going to and Anne, please, because you found some amazing ones. You're actually in that reality right now, where there is actually a resurrection rabbit. I just can't get my head around that one. I mean, we laughed so much; it was just too much after the horror and shock had gone. Whoa, black angel's wings. Right, I want to talk about black actually. While we're here. Things have been changing to black here in my reality quite a lot. Elizabeth I's, her gold clothes have turned black. Lots of things have turned black. All red, you're right. But what has changed for me recently is the red heart emoticon. When you put in red hearts, I'm seeing black. Now, on somebody else's live, I can't remember who it was, but there was a Christian who was, she meant well, but she was trying to tell another one of my Mandela affected friends who is a pagan, that she should find Jesus. And I said, and after they were having a conversation and I was joining in, but after a short while, the girl in question still wasn't stopping. She was, and she was still having a go, still trying to put the Jesus message out at my pagan friend. And the thing is that we, as a Mandela affected community, we respect each other's beliefs, whatever they are, because we come from all religions and no religion. So therefore, I was asking her to, like, can you please stop now, because she's heard your message and you're just carrying on now. Can you please stop? Anyway, the girl in question got a bit upset with me. And later on, I said, I sent her hugs and can we start again, please? Because I know that the girl was coming from a genuine place. Unlike the girl that was on our live the other day trying to convert us all and calling us witches when I came back. This is a genuine girl, genuinely affected, genuinely with love, trying to put out the message of Jesus to my pagan friend. And I didn't want to be I'm not a carry it on type of person, because she was being genuine. So I said, can we start again? Sent her hugs, and she sent me back a black hug, a black heart. And I said, well, it'd be better if you stopped sending me a black heart. And she said that she hadn't, and asked people what I was talking about. Well, I realised what I'm talking about, because since then, lots of other people, when they're putting hearts, it's black. It's not red anymore. It's not red. It's black. Very few people are coming through with a red heart. Very few. So when you put a heart out, I'm seeing a black heart. So that was the explanation for that anyway. Whoever it was, I hope you do see. You probably won't see this, and I'm not going to say what her name was, because I don't do that. I really don't do naming and shaming. It's very, very rare that I do naming and shaming. I think it's wrong to do that. So if I've ever got a complaint, it's very rare I tell you who the complaint's with. I'll just mention what it's done to me. So yeah, did you, Michael? Yeah, it's happened recently. Black does seem to be taking over. It's taken over John Lennon and Yoko Ono's all white video with Imagine. I mean, he's now dressed in black. Doesn't make any sense, because it's an all white house in an all white piano, an all white room, an all white piano. They were dressed all white, and now only Yoko is. So no, I can see red, Anne. Yours is red. Yeah, but somebody else put in that. Quite a few people put in that it's now black. So quite clearly, some people are in that reality and some people aren't. But we now know that we don't share the same reality. But obviously, when she's putting a red heart, and it's showing up to me as black. Yeah, exactly. That horrible, horrible hair that she needed doing something with. I'm sorry, that was a totally girly moment. That was an absolutely totally girly moment. Right, so I know it is disturbing, love. No, yours was still red. So Anne, are you up for doing that, please? I'm sorry, Michael, what do you mean? You've lost me there. You meant when highlighted. Oh, please, Danny, no, please don't say that. Don't. There are some things that I definitely, no, I don't want to think of that. Thank you, Anne, because I'd love you to be, oh, dear me. I want you to, you're the only person that I've ever heard of that is in a reality where there really is such thing as a resurrection rabbit. What it just shows me even more how this reality is changing into a Luciferian one, because if they're going to actually incorporate a pagan symbol into the resurrection, when that's the kind of thing that we've been questioning all along, that shows categorically what we're being led into. And that's why I will, honey. Well, it'll be soon, actually. It'll be soon. Right, now, let's see what the time is with everybody. For me, it's 19:35, so it's very nearly 25 minutes to 8 in the evening here. What time is it with all you lot? So that we can organise a time. A statue that comes to life? No, no, no. Whoa. Right, what CST? Is that in the evening or the morning? 1:36 got to be the morning, or is it the afternoon? Oh, that's in the afternoon. That means I'm 18 hours. Oh, dearie me. Right, so if I say tomorrow at this time, at the same time, so at 7:30 here, I don't know what that means, Anne. It's like 7:30 in the evening here. What time is it with you? So I don't know what standard. I don't know what it is. It's AM or PM. Right. So bit of Venom 2030. So, oh, you're an hour ahead of me. Right. So you're PM. Right. So if I come online at like this time tomorrow, can you remember what time you're on now? Oh, right. Okay. Brilliant. So if I come online at 7:30, this whatever this time is for you tomorrow, are you all up for that? Well, even if you're not up for that, I meant, Anne, are you up for that? Because I want you to come on. I want you to come on. Thank you, everybody. That'd be great. Because it's really difficult with the time differences. You know, we're all over the shop. What? Because I'm not calling it a globe. It's difficult. Calling it the world seems a bit weird at the minute because what is it? What is it? Are we? What is it? I don't know. So yeah, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Yes, please. So I'm going to bring the. I've got 10 minutes on this because, like I said, I've only got 3 hours left of free, and I don't have a bank account, so I can't. I can't upgrade, so I can go live at any given point that I want until I reach 1,000 on YouTube. And at the moment, my numbers are going down. So, but while I can, I would actually pay for that. But hey ho, no, I know it's not a globe. It's definitely not a globe, Michael. You're right. 3 in the morning. Oh, Joel, love. Sweetie. 3 in the morning. Wow. So I love the way that we're all over the place. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's not so good when we're all trying to get together live, is it? So I think definitely this time tomorrow, whatever this time is for you, I'm still on my own. Let's do it. Let's do a live with some people that are that know about the Bible changes, so we can have a discussion about that. I know that not all of you are into Bible changes or that are Christian, but really the Bible changes are unbelievable, aren't they? You know, I mean, you can't ignore them. And I certainly cannot ignore the fact that there's a resurrection rabbit in Anne's reality. So yeah, no, Joel isn't down under. He's not. Joel isn't down under anymore. I think you'll find South America's more down under than either of Australia or New Zealand now. It's virtually touching the South Pole. So it's a holiday. Oh, the 4th of July. Oh yeah, you're all going to be doing that, aren't you? Oh, I forgot. Sorry, people. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe the day after would be better then, because I think all of the people that I want to come on are in America. Shall I? Yes, please do that, Anne. Shall I? Should we do it? Should we make it Sunday instead? No, I can't make it Sunday. She's back. She's coming back on Sunday. I've got to do it tomorrow. I've got to do it tomorrow. Okay, are you all? I don't really want to do it on your celebration day, and God forbid. I mean, well, sorry, not God forbid. What I mean is like you celebrate, you're celebrating independence from us. And quite frankly, a lot of us here want to celebrate independence from us as well. We don't like it much either. Britain is shit. What's postponed on Orion? All events postponed on Orion. Yeah, this shitty Orion. I want my old Orion back. But then having said that, like the old Orion, my old Orion, I was having changes on that anyway. So when would it stop? When did it stop being mine? Crazy shit. That's something I find very strange as well, is that my mum changed. I put it down to her having a hysterectomy, but she changed in the last 14 years of her life. We were so very close, but we'd had some terrible times where I just didn't understand her. People keep telling me about being worried about the 4th of July, and that something big's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, Richard, my Orion My original Orion was such a close match to your Sagittarius. It's untrue. It's almost mirrored. It's almost mirrored. All of those massive big changes that we see, and I mean all of them, all of those original big changes that we see, I saw them as well. They were my reality. And I find that fascinating. Because how? Because I know your Sagittarius Earth was bigger than my Orion. Actually, one day before I actually knew that I was Mandela affected, I saw something online that said that the Earth was like way bigger than it should have been. Way big. And I thought, that's a bit weird. Who's put that? Now I know why. So it was as if for a short time I was part of Sagittarius. I wonder if you see, it was telling me I was on the Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way. Oh my God. Oh my God. People, I've never really thought about that before. Google was telling me I was on the Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way. When you were, oh my God, that's totally freaked me out. I visited your arm. I've never thought of that. Shit, Dave. I visited your arm. Oh my God, that's just blown my head off. That's literally. I'm sorry. That's just. Whoa. Whoa. That's just totally blown my head off. I visited yours. I've been on your Sagittarius arm. And I've only just realised. I'm so sorry. The population was about 9 million, I think. More than here. It was much bigger. And I've only just realised. I knew I'd seen it, but I've only just realised I was actually. It was showing you. It was showing me your reality. Your arm. I was on your arm. Oh my God, I was on your arm. I feel really weird. It's totally freaked me out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just totally freaked me out. I've been on your arm of the Milky Way. And I knew I'd seen that. But I'd never thought about it. I never thought about that. That was actually the other side of the galaxy. Whoa. I came to visit you and you weren't there, people. But do you know what it means? You know what it means? There is still a Sagittarius Earth. It means there is still a Sagittarius Earth. Whoa. Oh, it's also. Yes. Yes. So far. It means your Sagittarius Earth's still there. That's what it means. I was on it. I just thought it was wrong at the time. Oh, what the fuck's that about? But it means, well, clearly not, love, because I'm Mandela affected and you've already moved. You'd already moved, love. Richard, you'd already moved. So clearly it's not, but it means that there is a Sagittarius Earth still there. Do you get me? It means there is a Sagittarius Earth. About literally just as I was knowing I was Mandela affected, so about 18 months.
I just thought it was wrong, even though I was Mandela. No, I was Mandela affected. I was, because I was looking for shit. It's either then or just before. But I was actually, I was in a Sagittarius reality. Briefly. But it means that there is a Sagittarius reality still out there. Oh my God. I'm sorry, people. It just really, it means there is still Sagittarius Earths, even though you're here. Oh, that's blown my mind off. Because there was a Sagittarius Earth and I was there. And it's literally only now I've realised it. So, and that means that there is still a Sagittarius Earth out there, people. That means there is still a Sagittarius Earth out there. It hasn't disappeared. It might not be exactly the same one as yours, but there is still Sagittarius Earths. Oh, God, how would I feel? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry. It's only just hit me. Okay, I'm 1 hour and 1 minute, so I'm going to have to end this live, people, because I've only got 2 hours left. So on that really, really freaky moment, I'm going to go and try and get my head together, and I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30, the time that we said. So I'll see you then, my lovely people. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all till then.